Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today, I don't know if you've noticed, but there's something different about this video setup. It's the same background I used in the last one, but this is a new camera I'm shooting on. It's the Lumix S5. And in this video, I'm going to tell you all about why I chose to swap from the Canon to the Lumix. So let's just be clear before we set off that I literally got this camera this morning. I've opened it from the box and I've put it on the tripod and pressed play. Other than changing a couple of settings on the menu, I haven't used this camera other than to film this talking head piece. So I'm going to talk about why I got it, and one of the main reasons why I got this camera was because of the full frame sensor. The APS-C sensor on the Canon wasn't quite working for me in the dark areas, in the low light. It was adding loads of noise and it just didn't look very nice or professional. So I updated it to the full frame because I feel like it's a much better image from it. Maybe I'm wrong. I know there's a couple of people out there who prefer APS-Cs, but I've always wanted a full frame camera and I got this one. Another reason full frame is because there's no crop to it. I'm shooting right now at 24mm, and that is 24mm. There's no doing math when I'm putting on a lens. It is just that is the focal length I'm shooting at, and that is fantastic. A massive plus of getting this camera was I got the kit, so it comes with a 20 to 60mm lens. And this is a great range of focal lengths in it. It's got 24, 35, 50, which I use all the time. So I feel like this is a very adaptable lens that can be used across, many different purposes, especially if you're making a documentary. You don't want to change out lenses all the time. You can just use this one lens for a large amount of the filming, so you can be light on your feet. You don't have to spend time changing your lenses. I think it's a great lens. The picture quality on it looks fantastic from this little screen here. I'll have to wait until we blow it up, but I'm really impressed with it already. I like to shoot a lot of handheld stuff, and with the Canon, it wasn't really stable. I made a video about how you don't need a gimbal and that, and it sort of did work, but it wasn't quite the same. However, this has in-body stabilization, so now I can whip it about, as much as I want, up, down, and I can sort of get a really nice documentary handheld feel to it with it, I feel, as it'll take the little shake and jitter out of my filming. And I shoot a lot of slow motion 60 frames per second, so when I'm doing that handheld, I feel like this will have a massive impact on me doing that technique. Another reason why I got this camera is because of the picture profile. It shoots in a flat profile. In other words, it shoots everything sort of gray, and then you can bring everything back out later on. So it retains all that quality within the video, so I can color grade it to a more effective means. So this is this is Lumix's Vlog, and the colors in the Vlog maybe aren't as good as Canon or Sony. However, I still think they're very good, and I know my workflow will have to change a bit to be able to adapt to these colors. But I figure I will really like it. And on the Canon I was shooting, it didn't actually have a picture profile on it. It only had this thing I put on it called CineStyle, and it was great. CineStyle, fantastic. If you've got a small DSLR, put it on there and you've sort of got a picture profile. However, I found that it made everything quite grainy, and if the highlights were a little bit overexposed, they look really shiny. So there was a couple of downfalls to it. I made the best out of what I had, but now I think it's time to use an official picture profile. A massive point for me in getting this camera was the price. This is just under £2,000, and it comes with a great kit lens on it already. That is almost half the price of Sony's and cameras in similar areas, and they don't even come with the lenses. So I felt for the stage I'm at in my filmmaking career, this was the best investment I could make with the money I had to be able to now take my film making to a new level. Now, it's not all great. I know I've heard that autofocus isn't great, and for that, right now I'm shooting in manual focus. I'll try and do a couple of autofocus tests, but for the purpose of this video, I just wanted to, you know, get on with it instead of messing around with some of the settings and used to it. I just wanted to get on filming, so it's in manual focus, but I'll do a couple of autofocus tests. Also, I don't know how the photo capabilities will be on it. The Canon taking the photos were great. You could edit them beautifully and the colors are amazing on it. I don't know whether this will apply to the Lumix. I'm sure it will, full frame. I'm sure it'll be fantastic, but I've never used or edited many photos from the Lumix before. So I'll have to adapt my workflow to it, but I'm sure it won't be an issue. But I'll have to do some tests and get used to it before anything can happen on the photo fronts. But I've heard they've been pretty good. Now, obviously this isn't a Canon as much as I would like a Canon. I love the Canon colors, they're so much better. This is never quite the same. It's never quite as saturated, and I felt like Canon sort of looked like old, you know, celluloid film. But I'm just gonna have to update my workflow and deal with it, because I feel like this is a great camera, and once I get used to it, I'll be able to make the most out of it. Also, with this camera, I got given this free microphone by here. It's a Sennheiser MKE 200. And I think what I'll do is I'll do a little test on that as well. I've been using the Rode Go when I've been out and about doing like handheld vlogging sort of styles. But I'm gonna give that a go to see how that compares and if it's a better one and whether I'll use it. I feel like it'll be handy if I ever do a 2-camera setup. I can always use that mic then to sync the audio from the lav mic. Overall, I think this is a great camera and that's why I bought it, but I'm gonna have to get used to it. I'm gonna have to go out there and experience it and take it firsthand and put it through its paces really to find the best way to get the most out of it. So I think I'm gonna have to do that over the next couple of weeks, and then once I've done that, I'll bring another video about my like review and what I think about it, and you know, whether I'm enjoying it or not. But I think I'm gonna really enjoy using this camera, and I can't wait to start filming projects on it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like it and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to find more videos like this. Please leave a comment in the comments below if you have any questions on the Lumix, or if you'd like to know any more information on it, or if you're looking to buy one. Let me know. I'd love to hear from you and see if I can help you out in any way. Yeah, until the next one, I'll see you later.